Hello students, in last lectures we have seen that power supply is constructed using transformer and rectifier. But using transformer we can only reduce the voltage of AC volt generating from the power station and transmitted using transmission line to our home appliances. But here after transformation the only voltage levels are reduced, and then using rectifier it is converted from AC to DC only. But if at the power generation if fluctuations are there, they are still will be present at the output of rectifier. So this fluctuation must be removed. Second thing, if the load, that means whatever circuit we are connecting to the power supply, if that circuits are increased or number of circuits are increased or decreased, that will change the load current, and due to change in the load current the voltage at the output it also changes, and these changes are called as fluctuations. So we need a circuit that will remove this type of fluctuation due to the input voltage changes and due to the load changes, and these circuits are called as regulator because it regularizes the voltage and will remain will give a constant voltage at the output. So let us see how these regulators are working. First of all, we have already discussed about Zener regulator. After this we are going to discuss about the regulator using transistor because it is more stable than that of the Zener regulator. First of all, we will see the construction of this transistorized regulator. In transistorized regulator, the output voltage from the rectifier it is given to a transistor's collector, and the emitter of this transistor it is connected at the output. So here this will be our output. So to represent the output I am going to connect a load resistance here. This transistor it is operated in common collector mode. So this transistor is known as emitter follower. So output is taken across the emitter. So that is why it is a emitter follower. Here all the current from the input it will be passing through the transistor and reaching at the load resistance. So we can say that this transistor it is in series with the input voltage and the output voltage. That is why this transistor is called as series element, or this regulator is called as series transistorized regulator. So this is your series element. The voltage across collector to emitter, let us denote it by VCE. The input voltage is Vin and the output voltage. So this VCE it is in between Vin and Vo. So output will be nothing but Vin minus VCE. This is the equation. Now this transistor has to regularize the voltage. So fluctuation at the output should be removed. For this what we will do? We will take a sample of output. For taking the sample of output, because the only fluctuations we have to calculate, or we have to take the fluctuations at the output. So all the voltage is not needed to check the fluctuation. So for this we have constructed a voltage divider using resistors R1 and R2. So here simple voltage divider is used here, and the voltage across the resistor R2 it is used to check the fluctuations. This voltage it is again fed back to the series element. So that is why this circuit will be the feedback circuit. So here the feedback circuit it is actually minusing or reducing the voltage if fluctuations are there. So that is why this feedback it is called as negative feedback. So the voltage across R2 will be the feedback voltage. So let us call this as Vf. Now this feedback circuit, it is given to a transistor. So this voltage is appearing at the base of this transistor and emitter. So base to emitter voltage, it is connected to the feedback voltage. Here at the emitter, a Zener regulator is used. Why Zener? Because the feedback voltage, it should have a constant value here. So for this, a Zener regulator or Zener diode is connected. See, this diode is connected in reverse bias modes. So that is why it will be used as a regulator. And the fluctuations in the current, that will be manipulated using a resistor, and it is connected to the anode of the diode. So here, suppose we have connected a Zener regulator and its voltage is suppose Vz, and this Vz must be more than that of the input voltage. So for this, suppose a Zener diode of 3 volt is connected here. Then to achieve a regulation using Zener diode, this voltage or applied voltage should be more than that of the Zener voltage. So that is why we have selected a resistor so that it will at least give a 5 volt and remaining voltage will be dropped here. So that resistor can be designed and calculated and can be applied here to keep this Zener diode in breakdown region. So in this way, this error amplifier is achieved. This amplifier is done. It is connected in the feedback path. Here the transistor used, it is in common emitter mode. That means the common emitter amplifier, in 11th you might have studied that common emitter amplifier is constructed like this, that in which the input is applied between base to emitter and output is taken across the collector and emitter. Here if input wave is like this, the output wave will be like this. You can see for the first half cycle we are getting positive half cycle at the input, and at the output we are getting negative half cycle. So when positive voltage is given, output will be negative, and when negative voltage is given, output is positive. So in this way we can say that the input and output has 180 out of phase relation in common emitter amplifier. So this property is used here. So that is why we have used a common emitter configuration here to remove the fluctuations. So feedback voltage is connected to the common emitter amplifier. The output of common emitter amplifier, it is directly applied to the base of the series element. Here, if current fluctuations are there, that will be flowed through this resistor, and let us call this resistor as R4. So this is the construction of the series pass element as a voltage regulator. So this transistor or this series element, it is connected in series between input voltage and output voltage. So this is the series element, then this is the main amplifier, and here in the feedback circuit this is another amplifier. So this amplifier actually minimizes the error or eliminates the error. That is why this amplifier is called as error amplifier. Now how the fluctuations are removed here? Let us see. From this equation, output is input minus collector to emitter voltage. So if input voltage increases, that will increase the output voltage, and to stabilize this equation, this collector to emitter voltage, it will be decreased. In the similar way, if input decreases, output also decreases, the collector to emitter voltage, that will increase. This is the main idea how the regulation is done in this type of regulator. Let us take an example how this regulator will work. Suppose we have designed this regulator to generate a constant voltage of 9 volt at the output, and suppose the input voltage given here is suppose 15 volt. So the output of rectifier is 15 volt and we are designing it for 9 volt. For simplicity, let us take the example that the R1 and R2 has the same value. If 9 volt is generating at the output, then this voltage will be equally distributed over R1 and R2. That means in this case, R1 and R2 will have half voltage that of the output voltage 9 volt. So here Vf will be 4.5 volt. Now this Vf, it is applied at the base emitter of this transistor. So if you apply a KVL here, Vf will be equal to voltage across base to emitter and plus the Zener voltage. So these are in series, so we are adding this to. If you consider the Vf as 4.5 volt, VBE, let the Zener diode here is used as a 3 volt. So this voltage will be constant. So remaining voltage, that means 1.5 volt, that will be dropped across the base to emitter. Now let us take an example. If this voltage start changing, suppose it becomes 10 volt, if load are increase or decrease or increase, if line voltage is fluctuated, and suppose the output voltage is fluctuated by 1 volt, so 9 volt it is becoming 10 volt here, then what will be the change? This 4.5 volt, it becomes 5 volt. Zener diode voltage, it is 3 volt, it will remain constant because Zener diode is in reverse bias mode. So that is why this will be constant. So what will be the changing? It is changing the base to emitter voltage. So it is changing by 0.5, so it will become 2 volt. So at this common emitter amplifier, we can say that if the voltage is increasing like this, the 180 out of phase relation will be at the output. So here the output will be like this. So if the voltage at the base of this array amplifier increases, there will be same proportion decrease at the collector of this transistor. So if the collector voltage is decreasing, that will also decrease the current here, and the same current it is applied to the base of the transistor, series transistor. So that is why this current also decreases. This transistor, it is in common collector mode, so input and output voltage or the phases will be same. So at the emitter, same proportion of current, it will also decreases. At the start, we have said that this transistor, it is in series with the load resistance. That means the same current is flowing through the load resistance as well as through the transistor. So same proportion of load current, it will decreases. So here the load current, it will decrease by same proportion. So at the output, if current is decreasing, load resistance is constant, so the voltage, it will set back to its initial value, that is 9 volt. So in this way, if this voltage increases, it will set back to 9 volt in this way. In the same way, if this voltage decreases, it will decrease the feedback voltage. So there will be decrease at the base to emitter voltage. In the opposite manner, it will increase the collector current of this transistor. This collector current is the same current to the series element base of the transistor. So that will also increases. That will also increase the emitter current, and emitter current and load current are same. So load current also increases. So in this way, if output increase or decrease, that will be compensated by this error amplifier. So in this way, this series element or this transistor series regulator removes the fluctuation at the output, and these fluctuations may be due to the load fluctuations or line fluctuation. So this is the best way to regulate the output of rectifier to use it as in a power supply. In this regulator, almost all the load current will pass through the transistor. So this transistor will have to handle much higher current. So that is why the transistor used here, they are the power transistor. So if power transistors are there, they will dissipate the power, and this power must be calculated. formula of power is calculated by multiplication of voltage and current. In case of this transistor, the voltage across this transistor will be the collector emitter voltage, and the current at this transistor will be IC. Here, this current IC, it is going through the voltage divider as well as through the load resistance. So IC can be calculated like this: ID plus IL. ID means the current through the divider and the load current. This divider, the resistor values are very less or very small, so that is why it is negligible. So collector current is almost equal to the load current. So here we can remove it, and instead of writing IC, we can write IL here. Now what is VCE? VCE can be calculated using this formula. So it will be VCE equal to VO minus Vin. So instead of writing this, power equal to VO minus Vin multiplied by IL. So in this way, we can calculate the power dissipated in the transistor using this formula.